We should talk a little bit about customer behavior. There's been a huge shift. I mean, we're all aware that the pandemic has fast tracked customer behavior, and customers are shopping online like never before. There's a lot of other positive trends too, and I'm just curious as to either which positive trends are you seeing the most in your industry, or even personally, which positive trends coming out of the pandemic do you think are going to stick? Just talk to me a little bit about, from a customer perspective, what you're seeing.
Yeah, well, I think the pandemic has definitely caused us all to rethink things in our lives, to rethink our purpose, our values, our choices. And I would just say consumers are going through that same journey and rethinking some of their choices. Um, we have definitely seen consumers make the shift to e-com. And I remember reading a stat sometime at the very beginning of the pandemic that e-com grew essentially 4 years in 4 weeks, which stuck with me. It's so meaningful. And now I think some of that has maybe started to normalize a little bit, but I do think it's still going to continue to be a lasting and impactful behavior. And the other kind of sticking trend that I see is a focus on consumer well-being. I think that's going to continue to be at the forefront of all decisions, whether it's self-care, physical health, mental health. When you think about consumer behavior, and you think about it before the pandemic, a lot of decisions were driven by FOMO, fear of missing out. But now we are seeing a swing the other way, on the other end of the spectrum, that consumers are now gravitating more toward JOMO, joy of missing out, that they are actually making this choice instead to, now focus on their version of happiness and on what really matters to them. And often that's taking time to reflect, reconnect, recharge, and often with family.